Jag heter Eva Dalman and I'm working for the city of Lund in Sweden. I've been living in Lund for the last 29 years and I have two children. One is still living in Lund, but the other one has moved to Stockholm. Lund is a very old university city, and the university premises are situated in the very center of the city, so they're very well integrated, which is perfect. But still, the new university houses are spreading up to northeast of Lund. And what does a university look like physically in the future? It's a very difficult question because we have more and more digitalized education, of course, and we don't know if people really attend universities physically the way we do in the future. Personally, I do think that people enjoy meeting and that we need this physical meetings, but I can't be too sure because very many times in life we get surprises. So let's have an open mind. But what we do know for sure is that the new university buildings have big lobbies where people can study. They have Wi-Fi, study and meet and talk. So the students don't tend to sit in their chamber anymore to the same extent as they used to. Let's not make a difference between university and schools and other places where people meet. In Lund, we try to mix all these different buildings and get synergies between them. So the bottom floor is extremely important to get doors and windows and to invite all kinds of people into all kinds of buildings to get a mix and just try to make it as open as it's ever possible. The public space is, of course, also of tremendous interest when you want to connect people. So we have a cold and windy sometimes here up north in Sweden. So we need to get public spaces that are sheltered and not necessarily indoors, but sheltered all the same, and from the wind and rain in different ways. So we're working with the smart city development in Lund as well and try to build a grid that's open. That's really important to get the open solutions so we can share the knowledge and the information and not get it as an exclusive, that could be like means of power for someone, but really guarantee that all the collected information will be open for our researchers and for others to invent new services and also deliver new services to people in Lund and elsewhere. So that's very important. And of course, we know that the new technology might change the way we use the public spaces. We all talk about the self-driving cars that might not be owned and don't need the garages and parking spaces. We don't know if this is future. It might be, and we might get surprises here as well. But that's one example that would change mobility. It might make it difficult for public transport, or it might complement the public transport, the last mile from the tramway station or the train station kind of connection. We don't know, but we're very curious and try to be open-minded about it. Well, that's an important question because Lund is situated right in the middle of farming land. And we're actually building our new development, the new part of Lund Northeast, on some of the best agricultural land in the world. So this is a big responsibility. So we've discussed this topic very thoroughly. And so we will try to invite nature into the city, but we won't spread the city. That's one decision, that we actually build a dense city, and then the nature or the agricultural landscape continues out. So we have a sharp border, but within this dense city, we try to get it as green as possible. Our method is to collaborate with the developers, the city, the developers, the university, and the NGOs. So we try to search for the needs of the people who are going to use this new city development area. And so not just through polls, but through tests, interviews. And then we will make different design schemes and test it. So we'll try to use a method that can be duplicated, used again and over again in collaboration with the university. And the aim is to get spaces in the bottom floors of the new buildings that can be shared by many, to actually create things in collaboration. Might start new businesses, that's sort of the dream scene, but it could also just be refugees just arrived to Sweden who meet Swedes and learn Swedish. Well, in the next 10 years, our big new research facilities, the ESS and MAX 4 laboratories, will be up and running. So we will get lots of guest researchers visiting Lund. And our aim is that all these visitors and technical visitors also, that they will be able to see a city that has succeeded in getting all the synergies between the university, the city life, the children, the new Swedes, the refugees or whatever, and all the guest experts in Lund, where people actually get to meet and exchange ideas, and where we have a very enjoyable city life, where the latest techniques are being used. So it would be sort of a living lab for a new city settlement. That's what we want to see in Lund.